Final interview tonight, we have Rachael Bragg, the women's lacrosse head coach. Thanks for joining us.
Of course.
So tell us, you played at Birmingham Southern, actually got a master's degree in sport leadership from Northeastern, so tell us a little bit about your time as a student athlete and why you got into coaching.
Well, like Coach Grant, I won't go into full detail about my whole entire time, but I think I got into coaching early on. I would come home in the summer and I'd start with club lacrosse, and I started coaching 3rd and 4th graders and realized that might not have been the best age for me to start coaching at. So then I moved to high school once I finished at Birmingham Southern, and I coached at Georgetown Visitation for a little bit. And after a spring there, I realized that I really wanted to get into college coaching and have it be full-time. Just how passionate the girls were. They moved to a very high level, ending up at UVA, Notre Dame, and just seeing their commitment on and off the field. I knew that was something that I really wanted to continue to work with. So then I headed to Catholic, and that was my first college coaching job.
And at 2 different stops as an assistant coach, both of them beat the #1 team in the country, Muhlenberg over Gettysburg, and then at Catholic, you beat Salisbury. There were some of the things you learned from those places about how to run a top-ranked Division III program.
Yeah, both places were extremely exciting. With Catholic, that was the first time ever in program history to beat Salisbury. And, being a new coach there, you don't really understand the rivalry until it's kind of explained to you. And it was just so exciting to see the players' reaction. Megan McDonough is the head coach at Catholic, so seeing her reaction and just feeling that success from the very beginning of season and knowing that we were really pushing on the right track. At Muhlenberg, I had been there for a year already, so I understood the importance of, pushing forward and what we needed to do in order to beat Gettysburg. And the girls were the ones who just put it all out on the field, and I think that was one of the most exciting games I've ever been a part of coaching.
And now here at Bridgewater, what are some of the characteristics you look for in recruiting a student athlete here?
Yeah, I look for a student athlete that puts the student first. I care a lot about academics. The first thing I think about when we bring a recruit in is making sure that they're thinking, I'm already thinking 4 years ahead of them, knowing what's going to happen next, how to get them to that next stage. And then making sure that lacrosse is their next priority and they're all in our process. I think that has been really important for us to find young women who want more out of their time in college when it comes to playing their sport, willing to go to lift, willing to do the extra individuals, doing everything they can to make sure that they're set and ready to go to beat our competitors.
Now, having been here 3 years, do you feel like you're starting to get your players into the system, and sort of what is your philosophy, what is your system, like what does a team that you coach look like?
Yeah, I think it's taken a couple years to continue to get my recruits in, which I expected. I think that it's figuring out who's going to fit into our dynamic. We have set pillars, which are communication, family, hustle, accountability, and respect. And we automatically look for a kid who's going to fit all 5 of those categories from the beginning. We make sure to meet with their family to know that they're going to fit in with our team culture and how they kind of interact. And it's all just kind of coincides. We always make sure that the girls know who they are. They go to lunch with the girls. So they have an opinion as well.
And who are some of the key players to watch with this year's roster?
I think we have a number. We definitely have a couple of freshmen that are really showing great potential for us after our play day on Saturday at Lynchburg. And then returner-wise, we have 3 really strong captains, Dwyer Neal, Shannon Rogers, and Michaela Brooks. And we are excited to make sure that everyone is functioning fully and making sure that we're all moving in the right direction on the field and taking care of what we need to when we're out there.
And your team that was one overtime goal away from a 4th straight ODAC playoff spot last year, what are the goals for the team this season?
To win? No, we're really focusing on taking it one step at a time. That was a really tough loss last year against Virginia Wesleyan. And we are focusing more on our mental toughness this year to be able to push past, those last second goals. I think that it's working thus far. We're doing a lot of team bonding and working a lot on understanding how each player communicates with each other, what motivates them, how you can talk to them at a certain time, in a certain situation, and I think that that's something that we hadn't really focused on in the past.
So you're wrapping up our program here tonight, but your team will be opening our home spring schedule on next Wednesday against Hood. That'll be the first home game for the department for the spring season, so good luck with that and hope to see everyone there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rachael Bragg, everyone.